toxic femininity tells us that if we don't have a man with money, that we're less valuable. Let's talk about it. I did an episode that said to stop dating men for money, and I meant that. No, I'm not saying to date a guy who doesn't have anything. But what I am saying is your aim should not be to date a guy just for his money. Party people, it's Ashley of SingleWomanChronicles.com, where I inspire single women to be the best version of themselves through healing and avoiding unnecessary pitfalls in love, in life, and in dating. Today's episode is brought to you by How to X Your Ex, a guide to getting past unhealthy relationships. I don't know why I just got caught up in that. Like my brain just went like, what are we talking about? But again, today's episode is brought to you by my book, How to X Your Ex, a guide to getting past unhealthy relationships. It's time to end the agonizing cycle of unhealthy relationships. Most people struggle with breakups because they just don't know how to start the healing process. How to X Your Ex is a step-by-step guide on moving past unhealthy relationships. Renew your strength and find happiness again by walking away from relationships that no longer serve you. Start fresh by Xing your ex. Learn how to stop the overwhelming thoughts of your ex. Get rid of the feelings of regret and shame. Eliminate the crushing feelings of rejection. Be at peace with your decision to leave. And be hopeful that there's better out there for you. Get the book right now on Audible. I see a lot of y'all have been listening to my Audible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is on Amazon.com. It is on Books on Google Play as well as Apple Books. So let's get into it. First, I would like to shout out to my twist out. This twist out is 4 days old. And any of my natural ladies know that like twist outs be dying by like 3-4 days. But this one is like at its peak volume, at its peak shape right now. So I just really want to shout out to this twist out. Also, shout out to these press-on nails. Y'all, I've been trying to get these things off and they just won't come off. My press-ons be lasting. Two of these popped off. My middle finger and my thumb, and I have not redone it. You guys who don't know, I do hair. So when you do hair, it's oil in the hair, so it makes it lift. If I did not do hair, these bad boys will stay on for like 2 weeks because I be using another type of glue. But whatever. So shout out again to my twist out and these press-ons that just won't leave me alone. So this week, let's talk about toxic femininity. Last year I did an episode about how to be more feminine without losing yourself. So I do believe I talked about in the episode how I really don't even like attaching like feminine and masculine to like certain things because we're human and we all have the same capacity of emotion. Like, let that sink in. Men and women have the same capacity of emotion. Nobody ever said, there is no biological study that says women have more emotions than men. None. You can't find them because it don't exist. Now, society has shaped an agenda for how male emotions are supposed to look and an agenda for how female emotions are supposed to look. This agenda is set for sales. It's set so corporations can sell to us and tell us what needs to be done and tell us such and such and this and that. Now, yes, men are biologically stronger physically. Yes, women are biologically softer. We're more maternal because we're mothers. But as far as the emotional capacity, both humans have the same emotional capacity. We just express them differently. When a woman is sad or emotional, goes through a breakup, she cries publicly because society allows it. When a man is upset and sad, for some reason, well, not for some reason, because society has told men it's not okay to cry, instead of being emotional, a lot of that comes out as anger. So it's not that we don't have the same amount of emotions. It's that we express them differently. I wanted to lay down that narrative because I just don't like how toxic masculinity and toxic femininity has shaped. Like, it's just really disgusting to me. The reason I even got to this topic is over the weekend, Creed 3 came out. Go see Creed because it is amazing. I love every single Creed, not just because Michael B. Jordan is like amazingly fine, but the other men in the movie be fine too. So, but that's not the only reason to watch the movie. That's why I be watching the movie. But I'm a movie person. Like, I always go see the movie the Thursday before they come out. Um, yeah, like that's me. Saw Creed 3. It was great. Going to see it again, probably two more times, but that's neither here nor there. Jonathan Majors did the shoot, the photo shoot with Ebony magazine. And I thought the photo shoot was amazing. If I had time and the resources, I was actually going to print every photo in that photo shoot and iron it on a t-shirt and wear it up until Creed 3 release. Like, that was my goal in life, but I just didn't get around to doing it. But I thought each and every photo was lickable. I thought they was all lickable. I just saw one sexy man, a civil rights sexy, because he got that old school back in the day, 1990, oh no, 1980, 1960. He got that type of fine, that type of buff. Like, I ain't even gotta wear certain stuff. You just, like, you gotta growl a little bit. Like, when a man just walk into a room and you can tell he just confident and sure of himself, that's the type of he give me. Yes, Jonathan. We're gonna talk about Michael too, because he give me that too. And Jonathan give me that. But people was on the internet talk about how Jonathan looked feminine in the pink outfit. It's so crazy because I didn't even hear this until like I started listening to the other podcasts that I listened to. And people were really like trying to say that he looked feminine. I literally had friends say, I wouldn't date a guy who wore pink like that. It just looks gay to me. What? What are you what? You sound dumb. What? Like, it makes no sense to me. So he responded and he was just like, another man, I think Joe Budden had something to say about it, which I'm like, I don't even know why we still listen to him. But anyway, he basically said any man that tries to emasculate another man is not a man. And I said, speak, baby. Speak, sweetie. Speak it. Some young lady said that's an odd way to propose, but I do. I feel the same way. Like, he's trying to marry me now. Like, hello. So then there was another interview with Michael B. Jordan that has gone viral where he called out a chick from high school that used to call him corny. And so he was just like, oh, you used to call me corny, right? And she was like, no, I didn't, blah, 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 whatever. And people are calling him a clown for calling her out. And I just think that's wild because we do the same things. Like, how many times in your past have you had a bully or you use your haters? We literally have a saying, use your haters as your motivators. And then you get mad when a man see one of his haters from the past and he used her as his motivator. Like, what in the hypocrite? Like, come on, people. So people are saying that he's a clown for calling her out. He wasn't disrespectful. He literally just called a spade a spade. Like, if somebody's trying to interview you, you don't even rock with them like that. Like, think about it. That's like somebody at your job who done told you to your face that you don't do that good of a job. Like, you just okay. You're mediocre. They told you you're mediocre at best at your job, right? And then y'all get into some type of atmosphere and your boss tell that person to interview you in front of everybody and praise you. And they start praising you. Are you going to be like receiving the praises? No, you're going to look at them like, hold on, did you tell me I was mediocre at best? You are. Like, so I just think it's wild because I feel like society is really, it's extremes right now. It's like you gotta be extremely masculine. And let's talk about how society is even looking at masculinity. Nowadays, society ain't even looking at masculinity as a man who takes care of his family, goes to work, all of this. Society is looking at masculinity as a man who has several women, who dogs them out, who, as they say, men aren't biologically meant to be with one woman. This whole scientific study that nobody has the statistics on, that's what they're looking at as manhood. So whatever society says a man is, if you're anything other than that, they're saying that you're not. So if you aren't dogging your wife out, if you aren't if you do anything like praise your wife like Russell Wilson, or you're faithful to your wife, like you a sucker, you a simp. It's so stupid. We talk about mental health a lot, but are you taking charge of your mental health journey? You already know I talk about going to therapy and how my therapist snatches my edges all the time, asking me questions that I would have never thought to ask myself, asking me questions that I've pondered on for years. But I want that for you. I want growth for you. I want the best version of yourself, because the only way to reach your goal, your potential, your destiny is to become the best version of yourself. And let that begin with therapy. So let's start with Talkspace. Talkspace has a promotion right now where you can get $100 off your first month. All you need is the code SPACE. Yes, SPACE, SPACE. Click the link in the description box to get Talkspace right now today. Let's start 2023 off right. We out here. I already told y'all we out here. So get it right now. Click the link wherever you're listening. Spotify, Apple, it's in the description box, even YouTube. Get it right now. $100 off. Like $100, that's a lot of money. Y'all better come get this. Come get this therapy. Come get this therapy. But let's talk about toxic femininity. The reason I even wanted to bring it up is because I was listening to my podcast this weekend. Dear Future Wifey is one of my faves, as well as Here's the Thing, Kev on Stage and Angel. And they talked about the masculinity issue with Jonathan Majors. Angel and Kevin had a great section where they talked about if a man needs a woman to be less masculine in order for him to feel like a man, then he was never a man. You should never have to shrink in order for a man to feel like a man. That means that he never was one. Okay. Another thing, Dear Future Wifey had DeVale and his wife. I don't know why I can't think of her name right now, but they're a gorgeous couple. We love them. And he talked about how a man's masculinity, his identity is based off of how much he makes, and a woman's identity and femininity is based off how beautiful she is. And that's where the toxic femininity comes in for me, because I can tell y'all how many times I have felt like I wasn't pretty growing up because I wasn't always on. I used to want to be one of those females like a Hillary Banks, or like a Lori Harvey, or like I'm trying to think of like TV people that's always on, or I can't think of any right now. I don't know why, but like the people who they enjoy dressing up every single day, the girls that wake up early in the morning to put their makeup on before school, before work, they got on heels every time. They got their outfit like they literally it feels like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'm aging myself, but Sabrina the Teenage Witch, she would snap her fingers and her outfit would be on. It looks like they do that every morning. I used to think I was less beautiful because that was the beauty standard. And I believe we're basing our femininity off of a society made beauty standard. Why should we value ourselves off of what society tells us is beautiful? And we do it every single day. And we do it subconsciously. And the reason I say we do it subconsciously is, as a woman who does hair, I hear women talk about stuff like, I just don't feel like getting dressed all the time and, getting my hair done and things of that matter. I just feel like I've fallen off. And it breaks my heart sometimes when I hear words like that, because it's like, why do you feel like you fell off just because you're not getting your hair and your nails done? Like, why can't you still feel beautiful even if you're going through a stressful time? Even if you're going through, times where you're so busy that you don't even have time to go to a hair appointment. You don't have time to go to the nail salon. Like, why do you feel less worthy when you're not on? It's because society and the toxic femininity is driving this belief that's what you have to be. Let's talk about another thing that toxic femininity tells us. Toxic femininity tells us that if we don't have a man with money, that we're less valuable. Let's talk about it. I did an episode that said to stop dating men for money, and I meant that. No, I'm not saying to date a guy who doesn't have anything. But what I am saying is your aim should not be to date a guy just for his money. Just like a man's aim should not be to date a woman just for sex. Like, it should be more than that. Where's the substance? But I feel like toxic femininity right now is saying that your worth is attached to how much a man can do for you. I am an independent woman. Like, I'm not codependent. I'm not interdependent, which I would love to be with Jesus. But like, as far as when it comes to independent, I'm independent because I have to be. I'm single. I take care of myself. There's nothing wrong with that. But society will make you feel like there is. Society will make you feel like you need to go get a sugar daddy and you're doing something wrong if you don't. Society will make you feel like you are not as beautiful if a man isn't paying to play. And that is stupid to me. Like, toxic femininity really got us messed up. It's really devaluing us. I've literally had moments in my life where I felt like maybe I should go get a dude and ask him for money. But I'm not wired like that. Now, when I get married, I'm going to give y'all an example. It was so beautiful. So I grew up with a single mom. My mom has always been a hustler. She instilled this hustle mentality inside of me, and baby, I be on go. And my mom was, always pushing for, me to take care of myself, me to be independent, whatever. My mom got married for the first time at 50. Marriage, soon as she got into a marriage, she became way softer because she understood that when you are no longer single, you have to be soft. Last night, I saw something that I had never seen my mom do. I did her hair, and we were about to eat dinner, and I'm like, I know you're not about to cook. What are you going to eat? And so we discuss what we're going to eat, put the order in. And then I know my mom got money in the bank. Like, I had literally saw the money that she had. When we were done with our hair, she's like, I'm about to go hit up your stepdad for some money. And I laughed because I'm like, I've never seen my mom in this, I'm not used to seeing my mom in this soft state because she's been married for 3-4 years. So this is all new to me. And so it was just a beautiful moment, and it's balanced. I'm mad independent, but as soon as I get married, I'm going to be a baby. Okay, I'm going to be very soft. But I'm not going to be using my husband just for money. He's way more valuable than that. He is my best friend. He is my, partner in my purpose. He is my let's just chill, watch TV and kick it. He is my peace. He is my person that I can go to and feel seen. When I feel like the world is against me, I know he is for me. He is my partner. He is my baby, my boo. He's not my bank. Okay? My man is my baby and my boo, but he is not my bank. Okay? So, yes, in a partnership, when you're taking care of a household, y'all discuss them finances, but y'all come together and do it. I don't feel like he should have to carry that load. I'm not putting that you're not man enough if you can't provide for me in every single area. No, in my mind, that's just not true. It's not true. If you're providing me with safety, mentally, emotionally, and physically, all of those have to exist. Not just the finances. The mental and the emotional have to exist too. Are you listening to me? Do I feel seen by you? Are you complimenting me? Because words of affirmation are a love language for me. That's more. Ladies, though, can we talk about it? It ain't just about being beautiful. When that man is having a tough time in this world because this world is breaking him down, can you support him and lift him up? When he's shutting down, and I'm listening, the Lord is working with me on that. When he's shutting down and he don't really know how to talk to nobody, can you be patient with him without arguing with him, fussing with him, and being mad at him for processing his emotions? Can you do that? Can he trust you with his feelings and his emotions? Can he trust you to be a shoulder to cry on? Can he trust you to just be? Like, just be his rock as well. Because just because like we want a man to be our rock, as a woman, we have to be their rock as well. So it's more than just about being pretty. It's more than just about being taken care of. Can you take care of him in the ways that he needs to be taken care of? Okay? And I feel like if you are a strong woman and you have the capacity to go into a man's life and uplift him, you are worthy, baby. It ain't got nothing to do with a man taking care of you. You're not less valuable just because a man has never bought you a bag. You're not less valuable because a man ain't never flew you out. You're not less valuable because you don't have a man who's got money. And I'm about to say this and y'all gonna yell at me, scream at me, I don't care. You're not less valuable if you split the bills with your man. You're not. Stop letting society trick you into this foolishness, okay? If you listen to married couples, many of them will tell you there are times when the man gives 80% and the woman gives 20, and there are also times when the woman gives 80 and the man gives 20. There are times when a man has lost his job and the woman got to step up and pay all the bills, and there are times when that man gets back on his feet and he's like, honey, you can chill for a minute, I got this. But there are also times when, in order to live a certain lifestyle, both of y'all split the bills however y'all see fit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Stop letting this toxic femininity ruin your life and stress you out. Because there were literally times where I felt like I'm too independent. I need to be more feminine and let a man take care of me. But why do I feel the need to do that if I'm still single? I'm not using a man for, like, what? No, I feel I have to provide safety for myself because I don't have a husband. I feel like if I had a husband, then yeah, he will be responsible for, more so that safety and security, but I don't have that. So when a man comes into my life, I can't automatically jump and think like, oh, he got to take care of me. No, that just don't make sense to me. This toxic femininity be stressing me out. Like, it just really be stressing me out. And you ain't got to dress up and put on heels every day to feel valued. You don't. Just showing up makes you valuable. Just waking up and taking a breath makes you valuable. Stop allowing society to make you feel less than because you don't look like these chicks on Instagram. That's their job. Okay? I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Y'all be wondering why y'all can't look like these fitness trainers and these IG models. Few reasons. One, a lot of them had surgery and you haven't. Two, it's their job. If you had 40 hours a week to work on how you looked, you look that good too, baby. Okay? Like, it's their job. Like, stop comparing yourself to someone who uses 40 hours a week to be beautiful when you only can dedicate about 2 hours to it. You 38 hours short in a week. Stop comparing yourself. I need you to quit it. Quit it. Okay? I'm popping your hand. You need to stop. But I just felt like this topic is just not spoken about enough. And I really need y'all to share this with somebody because I know it's women out here who feel less than and less valued because of this toxic femininity that society is pushing. Just stop. Even the men. It's men feeling less valuable because they're the nice guy, quote unquote. That's a whole nother story on this whole nice guy trend. I be hating to even talk about it. Because, men be swearing, nice men finish last and blah, 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 blah. Most of the men that say that ain't even nice. Like, y'all are not nice. Like, what? Because nice people don't feel obligated for better treatment just because they nice. You just nice, okay? That just really grinds my gears. But anyway, yeah, I just want to encourage y'all ladies because y'all are beautiful and y'all are wonderful. And don't let society ruin your self-worth and your self-esteem just because you're not living up to the standard. Because this is just 10% of the story. 90% of people, humans walking this earth don't look like that. When you go outside, how often do you see a chick like the one you see on social media? How often do you see a man like the one you see on social media? You don't, because that's not the truth. Like, come on, people. Come on. Well, all right. It's been a great time. I did not get to do a story time last week, but I am definitely going to try to do one this week. Love you guys. Bye.